A North Dakota lawmaker missed his own anti-vax rally because he got the COVID. Now, this is Republican Representative Jeff Hoverson, who posted on Facebook on Sunday that he was under quarantine, but is in good spirits and will unfortunately not be able to attend in person a special 5-day session at the North Dakota State House, during which, of course, a bill to stop vaccine mandates will be voted on and will most likely be approved. But don't worry, House Majority Leader Chet Pollert said Hoverson could participate, but he would have to do so remotely. Oh, I guess he'd have to zoom in. Darn. Sad. Now, Hoverson is also a pastor, told the Associated Press that he was diagnosed last week and is taking treatment for it. But wait, what's the treatment? Ivermectin. Because of course. And is not checked into a hospital. In fact, he told the AP on Monday, I'm feeling a bit rough. COVID is real, and it's like a really bad flu. Yeah, no kidding. But then added, the ivermectin is keeping me out of the hospital. It's making me better. Is it though? Is it really? Come on. Now, here's the thing, right? So ivermectin, a lot of conservatives have been touting it. Joe Rogan, Dr. Joe Rogan, touted it. But understand that a lot of them who have been like, oh, ivermectin, they've also been doing the kitchen sink treatment, right? So now, basically, aimed after throwing everything and the kitchen sink at it. So, they get the vitamin drips, they get the Z-Pack, and of course, what a lot of people don't mention is the monoclonal antibody treatments. The Regeneron. Now, out of all of that, it is the Regeneron that has actually been proven to be effective. There's no conclusive evidence that an anti-parasitic medication is able to fight a viral infection. And a vitamin drip, come on, vitamin drip? Seriously. Get the fuck out of here. But again, they listen to Joe Rogan, Dr. Joe Rogan, and so, he got over it, so obviously it must have worked. Again, the Regeneron is what worked. That is an effective treatment. But of course, the best treatment is actually prevention, which is through a vaccine. And by the way, the prevention of getting serious symptoms from COVID-19. Okay? But anyway, here's the thing. I don't know what he's taking. He could be lying about this. He says, oh, no, I'm just taking a regimen of ivermectin. But again, he could be taking other medications and just lying about it. Hey, because it turns out people lie. I know. And that's the thing about the people who push fake cures like ivermectin. A lot of people lie and they push false data. They manipulate data in order to make it seem like, oh, vaccine's not effective. Ivermectin's effective. And they do so because they don't give a shit about you. Understand, they don't give a fuck about you. They make money off of this. There is a gigantic anti-vax crowd on social media. Guess what? Fixing cash drives a lot of people. Turns out, greed and capitalism, who would have known? Who would have known? And by the way, Regeneron costs up to $3,000 a dose. Now, you compare that to a subsidized vaccine, that costs about $20 to make, and it's free for you. You can get it at any drugstore. You don't have to have a copay. You don't have to do anything like that. Now, I know a lot of people are freaked out because generally we don't give away, in this country, we don't give away medication. So I can understand there's a little skepticism there from some people, like, oh, wow, America giving away drugs? What's the catch? No catch. No catch. It actually turns out it's really good for the country if everybody gets vaccinated. Yeah, but what's the catch? Seriously, though. Well, there is no catch. You're actually not making pharmaceutical companies that much richer when you go with the vaccine. Whereas if you go for the Regeneron or like the Pfizer COVID pill, right, that is coming out, I believe it's just been approved, well, that treatment costs money. It costs additional money. And by the way, if you're going off-label, your insurance is not going to cover it, so it's going to cost you more out of pocket to get treated. So either way, Big Pharma's still getting your money. It just depends on how much. If you're going to be an idiot, you're going to end up paying more. But if you're smart and take a vaccine that is going to prevent you from having at least, serious symptoms that would require treatment, like Regeneron, you're going to save money, and they're not going to make additional money off that. They actually want you to be stupid and not take the vaccine. I mean, at least in a business sense, right? Understand that vaccines are an old culture war issue. It's the newest old culture war issue, okay? And look, I've been dunking on anti-vaxxers on this channel since 2015, okay? That's when I started doing solo streams, and I would see anti-vaxxer stories and I'd be like, you idiots, you're bringing back these diseases that we had eradicated before. Like you're literally bringing it back. And I remember, of course, you would have left-wing celebrities and right-wingers, but again, you would look at some left-wing rich celebrities, like, I don't know, Jim Carrey is one that I thought of, that I remember talking about, who at that point was an anti-vaxxer. I don't know if he's changed in that regard, but there are plenty of people that are rich, white elites that are like, oh, I'm not going to be I'm not going to vaccinate. Well, you're dumb. You should vaccinate. You should absolutely vaccinate. And now, unfortunately, the right wing has taken over the stupid, and they've monetized it way better than anyone else could on the left. But understand that this rhetoric, and the reason that we push against it so hard, is because it's dangerous and it gets people killed. Now, I don't know, again, if this guy is in it for cash or if he's a believer, but I do know that he's super right-wing. And so he hates mask mandates. Obviously, it has sponsored failed legislation that would have made it a felony to help women access abortion. So obviously, he doesn't seem to be very pro-life or personal freedom, as he claims to be. And so, and look, he also had protested a prayer by a Hindu cleric saying he didn't, quote, want to be compelled to pray for a false god. So, hey, freedom for me, religious freedom for me, bodily autonomy freedom for me, but not for you. Classic hypocrisy from an asshole. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.